Mount Rushmore of WWE, used to signify the 4 greatest wrestlers in the history of the company, the mere mention of the topic can spark heated debates amongst fans, announcers and superstars alike. One wrestler who features prominently on the Mount Rushmore of most long-time WWE fanatics comes in the form of Stone Cold Steve Austin. The Texas Rattlesnake had it all, from in-ring talents to promo work and unmatched charisma. Safe to say then that Austin boasts more than the ample qualifications to provide his personal take on the 4 best to ever do it. And yet, some of the Hall of Famers choices are likely to leave fans altogether surprised. During an interview with Forbes, Stone Cold pointed towards the 4 people as his 4 picks for his Mount Rushmore. However, before you get to hear my bad Stone Cold impression, welcome to Honor Wrestling Club, and here are the 4 wrestlers who Stone Cold has chosen for his Mount Rushmore of pro wrestling. Welcome to the club. Here's my Stone Cold impression. Man, I would to go to the match part of it, like working with Bret the Hitman Hart, who put me on the map with Survivor Series and WrestleMania 13. Working with The Rock, anytime we laced him up, he brought out the best in me and I brought the best in him. Those 3 WrestleManias we had were some of the greatest moments that I really enjoyed. All those Vince moments driving all those vehicles, but if I really dig back into the stuff that I really loved, it was some of those matches, like at the Los Angeles Forum working 30-minute Broadways with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, with no cameras there in a house that was only a quarter full. And that's the bottom line, cause Stone Cold said so. I added that last line. I told you my impression was bad. However, we'll dive into each of the 4 picks individually, kind of explore a little bit about why we think they were chosen by Stone Cold. So first up, he chose Bret Hart. No real explanation needed, but we'll look into it anyway. Kicking off Austin's Mount Rushmore into gear is a superstar who needs no introduction. Bret Hart is considered by wrestling enthusiasts the world over as one of the very best to ever do it. The Hitman was a masterful technician whose matches continue to be utilised as examples of in-ring excellency to this very day. When it comes to the rivalry between the pair, Austin and Hart faced off on a whole host of occasions during their shared time in the WWE. The most famous of these matches came, of course, at WrestleMania 13, when the 2 icons put on a show for the ages, saving the show from the dumpster pile. Many consider his gutsy defeat at the hands of Hart to have been the moment which catapulted Austin into stardom with the iconic cementing of the double turn. In number 2, we have The Rock. Moving on to another wrestler with whom Stone Cold shared a legendary rivalry, next up comes Dwayne. Many consider the Attitude Era, during which Austin and The Rock alike shared their peaks, to be the greatest in the history of WWE. The latter, for his part, was the ultimate showman, best remembered for his world-class mic work and connection with the WWE Universe. But the People's Pebble was a top-level in-ring performer too. He and Stone Cold were responsible for some of the most memorable matches of all time, including a pair of WrestleMania main events as part of their trilogy. Austin noted while speaking to Forbes that he and the Brahma Bull brought out the best in each other, and we fans were certainly the beneficiaries of as much. We also have The Rock to thank for the over-the-top stunner sells as well, so instantly earned his place in the Mount Rushmore. In number 3, the third name on Stone Cold's Mount Rushmore is without question the most surprising. This comes with the Texan having opted to afford credit to his since-departed former boss Vince McMahon. Austin and McMahon shared one of the most bitter rivalries in WWE history, even though the latter only actually laced up his boots for competitive action every now and then. He time and time again found ways to take the hatred between the pair to next levels. Never was Austin better than when he faced with adversity, forced to fight back against a man. And a significant portion of the credit, for as much in the eyes of the 6-time WWE champion at least, must go to McMahon. And rounding out Stone Cold's Mount Rushmore is a superstar who is too often overlooked when it comes to conversations regarding the very best in the game. The Dragon Ricky Steamboat was without question one of the greats of his era. Though the New Yorker's time spent with WWE was short, Randy Savage famously likened it to a cup of coffee, he left an altogether lasting impression. Like Bret Hart above, Ricky Steamboat has frequently been described as one of the best technical wrestlers of all time, and going back and watching his matches is really hard to argue with that. and such talents were not lost on Stone Cold, to the point that Austin looks back on his non-televised matches against the Dragon as some of the fondest of his career. I also believe that Austin did have the honour of wrestling in Steamboat's last ever match in WCW, and I believe his final match ever if you don't count WrestleMania 25. That might be wrong. And there you have it. So what's your take on Austin's Mount Rushmore? And who would you have on your Mount Rushmore of wrestling? Let us know in the comments down below. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and click that subscribe button if you are new around here. That's all for now. So I'd like to thank you for watching and welcome to the club. See ya!